Look at what you've done. It's a new trophy model.
Bustin' whips, chasing chicks.
Old fella overcooked it. Do you have this because you're a medic or just because you crash a bit? So, I've been invited to the 2023 GS Safari. It's going to be a cool event. I've got a GS Rallye X, but the most exciting part is I have a signature Motology Films Acro, and I am going to spend this week looking for a worthy rider to give it to. I've just got to do my best not to scratch it. Benno, would you do the honours, please? Alright, we're ready.
I have a history with BMW. My first gig as a motorcycle journalist was on the 2004 BMW Safari. Then, in 2005, I rode a GS from Sydney to Alice Springs, and by 2012, I was contracted to film every Safari until 2015. This year, I've been invited back to Safari to test the GSA 1250 Rallye X. There's 200 other riders here this week, so I'll play as nicely as I can while trying to tame the Rhino.
Pretty bloody impressive, these things, for such a massive bike. It's every bit the Rhino that I remember. You know, like, it's a massive motorcycle and it shouldn't handle as good as it does, but it does. The old aeroplane engine, I think it was originally an aeroplane engine, the Boxer. I am actually off the route here, but on the chance we don't get a river crossing, let's go across this sucker and see how the Rhino copes. Whoa. That was deeper than I expected. But the big girl did it. I don't even know where the airbox is on these things. I think it's up high. Now I have to get back across. Okay, let's go. Well, she's clean. The airbox must be up pretty high. That was deep.
Yeah, you want to get off this corner.
Where's your bike?
Down the fucking hill.
Where is it?
20 metres down there.
In the river?
No, well, I thought it was, but it isn't.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm good. It is, it's super steep. Oh no. This is no place for a GS. Look at what you've done. Oh, it's a new trophy model. Holy shit. What's happening, team?
We're just having a rest every hour.
Every hour you're having a rest. You're playing this game by the book, aren't you?
We try to. We've been doing it a few years.
How you going, mate?
Good, how are you?
Mark Patterson.
Yeah, we met last night.
Yeah, I know.
I spotted this guy blow past back where I was stopped. I think he may be a candidate for the Akrapovic muffler.
On my knees and ankles. I'm sitting at home and I watched your video on pods and I thought, this.
Got to get them.
Adam told me I've got to go and get pods, so I'll go and get pods.
Mate, you run a pretty hot pace. I seen you blow past. I was parked there. There's that guy.
You're going to abuse me, man.
That guy went over the cliff.
And here's the guy responsible for getting me back on safari, event director and good friend Chris Urquhart.
Couple of champions in the climb. Whoop. Wow, plush. I'll get it, boys. You guys can go, I'll get it. See that? That is me displaying proper trail etiquette. Whoa! The stand fell in the powder. The Acro titaniums held it up alright. Really starting to elevate now into this high country, but it's very dry. Bit of dust. Where are we? Tumbalup State Forest. Right. Let's go. These boys are on. They're hogging the road, riding two abreast. I'm not happy about it. I'm even going to put it down as bad trail etiquette. Better let him know. Better show him a wheel. Fanger. Ah, well, that says it all. Look at what's written on the back of his lid. He's just dominating this section of road. He's not letting anyone past. No one's out doing Fanger today. Alright, see you later, buddy. This guy's running a good pace on the downhill off Cambers. The gravel downhill off Cambers. I think we have a bit of a GS guru on our hands. What do we got here, son? Look at him. Fully focused ahead. Doesn't even know. Oh, he's heard me. He's heard the acro. But he hasn't faulted. I've been given the leg out. It's old mate Stephen Young. I remember that guy from many safaris ago. Good to see he's still in the thick of it. This big fella throwing the GS around like it's a push bike. Let's go see how he rolls. So much better. I opened the zips on the A-Stars jacket. Can't believe I've had them shut for so long. Rightio. Fabs. Look at Fabs go. What a champion. He's all over this adventure bike game.
I'm always in awe of XL-size human beings who have style and grace. This guy is going straight onto the shortlist for the Acro Muffler.
Pretty rocky here, but how's the serenity? What an epic place. Bit of dead wood around, a lot of dead wood actually. Who have we got here? King Hepburn and Webb. Look at them. BM-ADV plus GS-ADV. Have a go at these guys. All the gear and no idea. Hello there, sunshine. Hi there, Hepburn. Now, I've met these boys on the 2014 GS Enduro from Darwin to Cairns, and we just had a fat time and we've been mates ever since. Hello dear. It was pretty good. Do you want to put a big red line through my name? Ek?
Look at your tyre, you throttle jockey.
Wowzers, the morning traffic has begun. And the etiquette has begun as well. Let's see how this guy goes about passing the good folk. Or is he going to let me past? Is the passer... Oh no, he's a bit... looks a bit erratic. I'll go. Oh, he's nearly down, young fella. Come on, move over, sunshine. Look at old mate. Just getting it done. What's he got, a triple black? He's letting me past. It's a pretty epic spot. How's the valley? How's the meandering range? Bit of wandering stock. Bit of bull dust. That could catch a few cats out. We've got a big beefer on the right. You just stay there. Blind grid. Oh mate looks in control, very composed, just keeping it relatively safe in the dust. We'll just sit with him for a bit, watch how he rolls. Well, old fella overcooked it. How you going, sunshine? You okay? Laid her down. How's the bones? How's the chassis? Your leg? Which one? Any medical knowledge here?
Do I?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, me not much. Well, you're moving your legs around. Just iron yourself out a bit. Can you sit up? Is it this leg? Maybe the leg's gone under the cylinder, who knows?
This is Leor. He's actually snapped his tib and fib.
Do you have this because you're a medic or just because you crash a bit?
No, I travel very remotely. You ready?
Yep.
I'm getting high already.
Pour it in, you're spilling it. Oh, it's filling up.
Yeah, no, it's got to go through the soaker.
Yeah. Just tip the lot in.
Lots in.
Yeah, I reckon he's just about due for the whistle.
So, leave that up top. Just suck on it. It'll take about 3 or 4 breaths for it to actually start working. And then only use it when you actually feel
pain, yeah.
Do I need to go up and slow down traffic?
Alright, I'll keep moving. Hang in there, brother. How's the style on the lad? Very clean. Very clean rider. Doing all the right things. Oh, he's a Vico lad. We run a bit wide there. He's feeling the pressure. He knows I'm here. Whether or not he knows he's being filmed is another question. Okay, he's had enough. Ride to the next filling station. Well, unfortunately I don't know where that is. Knowing my luck, I'm probably at the most remote part of the bloody loop. Old mate wants to put up a bit of a fight. On his trophy edition. What do we got here? A bit of a situation. Someone's just rolled off in the ditch. All good. Another one's down. Simultaneously. Oh, it's just a 310. You can pick it up. It's pretty techo. Fairly rocky and steep. Really rocky and steep. It's good. Bit of GS country, bit of Rhino country. Now the big girl's just telling me I've got a flat tyre. That was pretty rocky. Anybody got any tyre changing gear?
My mate's coming down the minute. Yeah, he has.
What's the situation, fellas? Repairable?
No, you just plug it.
Plug it?
Yeah. You got to ream the hole out a couple of times. You get
Oh, you ream it first. Mate, if we can get away with this without taking the wheel out,
that's
Oh, no, you will.
pretty bloody good.
I did it yesterday for a bloke.
Did you?
Yeah. He
Impressed the hell out of him, did you?
he knew how to do it. He just, his pump was broken.
I watched the guys do it yesterday.
Jam that sucker. Look at that.
That's it.
And then we back her,
Grab it out and you're good to go.
back her out.
It's also good for 150 kilometres an hour.
Is it? Really? You know a lot about this
Well, I used to-
150 kilometre an hour business.
I used to do this. I had like 4 plugs on my Panigale.
I mean, if it can hold 40 psi, it can do 150.
Oh, for sure.
Well, the dash will tell us what pressure we got, eh?
I reckon that they do 15 or something, 15 or 17.
Tyre warning's gone. That's a start. Greg, that's awesome, mate. I'm back in the game, and I didn't even touch a tool. Huh?
You got tape?
I got a
Tape
tape
done?
You know, I have one more issue. I didn't fucking fuel up this morning, so I'm down to 50 k's. There's got to be fuel within 50 k's.
Yeah, sure.
Best thing about these events is that the riders around you are your support crew.
And while Safari has bike-mounted mechanics carrying spare parts, I think it's more fun when fellow riders come to the rescue with their gadgets.
I'm coming in for a service. Nah, just some air. Got a compressor?
Yeah, it's in there.
Day 3, off to Jindabyne. Would you just listen to the Acro's tune this morning? Shit, it's like total whiteout. Far out. Moisture is just beating up on my goggle lens like every 50 meters, adding to the impossibility. Oh, what a relief. So easy to take sunshine, clear vision and good conditions for granted. Here we are. Another beautiful day drifting around on the Rhino. I think for me that's the best thing about adventure bikes. It's just freedom machines. Your wallet and phone and just go. Big K's on road, big K's off road. Oh, old mate's having a bit of a go. I'm enjoying. That's the first guy that's passed me all week. Christopher Berserkhart on a Rhino, no less, getting into the guts of the Barry Way. This is a pretty epic run alongside the Snowy River, and we're also crossing into New South Wales. Here he goes. Nice one. Rhino power. I'll show him a wheel, eh? Erk, thanks for having us on your ride, mate. It's awesome to catch up again, and really cool to see you've taken the reins of the longest standing, biggest event of its kind globally. I mean, the Safari, there's nothing else quite like it. I'm proud of you, mate. It's awesome.
Thanks, mate. It's been quite the journey. I remember us building out some motocross videos and doing some bike tests
Earlier
back in the day.
Yeah,
and then yeah, we used to come on Safari when you were filming the event originally.
And we'd take off, and you'd be like, "Spewing, we got to get on that ride."
Yeah. We'd come in and out, Boothie and I, and yeah, eventually, you know, as things progressed, we started to take over.
Took it over.
Yeah, take over the event, I guess, and that was in 2019. Was our first
full Safari.
Full Safari.
Because you started out running the rider training before the Safari.
Yeah, so
and then the event would pack up and leave you.
Yeah, so we're 10 years now with BMW off-road training.
Yep.
And then we went from there to GS Experience as well, and then eventually Safari. So now,
now you got the whole package.
The whole package.
This is my third time on the Barry Way. The very first time I did this was on the GS Safari many moons ago. I forget which year, but I was here. And then I did it again on the very first KTM rally. I think different directions, but yeah. And the interesting thing about this road is that it seems to be more and more spectacular every time you get back here. It never gets old. It's just one of those places that is pretty special. It's, you know, a bit of Australian folklore attached to it, and yeah, just an iconic landmark, really. Hello, dear.
How are you?
I'm good.
That's good. How was that?
It was awesome. Day 4. Everyone's pumped. I love the look of bikes just checking out across the plains in front. So cool. Rhinos in their habitat. Epic run this is. Wow. It's just something about these open drifty farm roads meandering across such epic valleys. Look at the GS Army living the dream. They're loving it. I'm loving it. I just got to take 2 minutes to recognize the adventure ability, the freedom machine, the Rhino. It's a very unique experience. It doesn't have to chase that hard adventure title that, you know, it's obvious. KTM are doing it. You got Poltaris on the T7, Birchie on the KTMs, and they're all just doing stuff on their twin cylinders that you do on enduro bikes, and it's interesting that the manufacturers are using that to sort of market them as well. You know, the GS don't need to go down that road. It's just, it's been around longer than all of them. Adventure country, we're so lucky in Australia, really. Like, there's just, I don't know, endless amounts of meandering, the possibilities to just get on a bike and travel as much of this gravel road as possible without crossing the same tracks twice. Yeah, I love it, you know. Teaches you to slow down a bit and enjoy the ride. Like, geez, look at that beef. They got some horns on them. Holy shit. I always say it, big part of adventure bike riding is just having confidence in your machine. Have confidence in your ability. A little bit of a water crossing, no big deal. Hey, greasy, greasy. Just look at this country butt, would ya? So epic. Looks like we're elevating up into the hills now. This should be interesting. What's happening, mate?
More going on, mate. More going on.
What can you...
Weather's throwing a spanner in the works. We had a bit of a B option.
This is the all-time section we've been trying to get. You've been trying to get in the event forever. Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty hardcore. If it goes bad, it goes real bad. Yeah.
Look at the radar.
So this is Shane Booth, Urquhart's business partner in crime and the leader of this juggernaut. He's on the route before sunrise every morning, confirming the course with event arrows, making alterations on the fly, and relaying course information back to Safari HQ.
Doodah.
And this is Miles Davis, former marketing manager of BMW Australia, now just flying the flag as a GS ambassador and even producing some trick bits for the Rhino.
Feel out this brake pedal, it's better already coming into the corners. I don't have to change my stance as much, it's just right there. Oh, here he goes.
And given Miles is also a Safari Marshal on his own GSA Trophy Edition, I've asked him to escort me off route for a final appraisal of the Rhino's capabilities.
Yeah, run it. Yeah, run it. Go straight in. Final day. Interesting to see the various state of minds as people gear up for the final day. Some were in bed early, some were out all night. But everyone's just looking to wrap up what's been a pretty epic week, I think. But yeah, one more chance to get out there and live the adventure bike dream. It's almost a bit sad when these events are over. Such a buzz. I mean, getting this many bikes all in one place. Everyone's just into it, you know. This is the way we get out of here. Coming through, son. Yep, that's it. Straight out. Good morning. Are you a bit sad that it's the last day?
Yeah. It's gone too quick.
It has.
I know. Yeah.
There'll be others.
I know, we're doing the tour in 6 weeks.
Good on ya. So this is Mark Patterson, Rider 101. This is the guy that I think is gonna win my acro. I spotted him on day one. He blew past while I was stopped on the side of the road, and I just thought, whoa, that's not your average GS rider. And basically tracked him down at one of the lunch stops and had a bit of a yarn. And nice guy, legend in fact, just liked his attitude. I'll explain a bit more later. Checks over the shoulder, indicates, yep, that's a pass in my book. Whoa! The big fella nearly got hit by a bird. Definitely doesn't mind holding it on, the big fella. Whoa! Yep, got the skills, didn't hit the car. Yeah, the petrol stations are few and far between in these backcountry New South Wales roads. I'm hopeful there's a fuel station ahead. I thought that I had, when I left this morning, I had like 120k range. But yeah, probably should have filled up in Canberra. Totally winging it now. Fuel range is down to 0. She just clocked 0. She's out. We're on the fumes now. There it is. Come on. We're gonna do this. We are gonna do this. I just don't believe it. Rolling in on vapors. Absolutely. Wow. Stoked. I'm stoked. I hate running out of fuel, but not today. Nice little tester for the suspension. Blue Mountains gravel roads. Five days of pure pleasure, really. I can't fault it for what we've just done. The big girl, the Rhino. Look, if I'm brutally honest, I'm not really remotely interested in any other model from BMW. But this is a special machine, just from the boxer, the horizontal engine, cantilever, front end, drive shaft, single rear. Like, there's so many bizarre elements to this machine. It's been great. It's been awesome to get back on the Rhino. It really is an adventure boss.
Look, before we give the goods out,
Bit of story time. I started this whole dirt bike game, racing motocross, enduro, and to be honest, BMW motorcycles were not even on my radar. They were just bikes that old people rode on Sundays. And this year, I rang up Burke and I said, look, see if you can squeeze some new model out of Beamer and get us on your enduro at the end of the year. And he came back a couple of weeks later and he's like, how about Safari? And I was like, oh, okay, it's, I don't know, like it's probably not my sort of style, what's going to go on the channel, as much fun as I had back in the day, but then we thought, okay, I'll come for two things. I'm going to support you and Boothie, we go back a fair way, and that's the ridiculous thing about this. These boys, just motocross riders, busting whips, chasing chicks. BMW motorcycles were not on their radar. But one thing I specified, I said, I'm not coming unless you hook me up with a Rhino. I do have a soft spot for that machine. It has definitely changed my whole perspective on adventure bikes. It really is a unique beast. And in the process, I hit up my sponsors for a couple of bits and pieces. And my plan was to test that on the bike and then try and get it all through the week unscathed and then give it away. So this week, I've been sort of under the radar, just monitoring your movements, you guys, on the track. And trying to find, you know, some worthy recipients of some pretty cool stuff. Okay, all right. Second place, a set of titanium engine guards from Akrapovic. I don't know. I don't think they're a one-off. I think you'll be able to buy them soon. I don't know what they're worth, but two of them weigh less than one of yours or whatever standard on the bike, so they're pretty good. And no, these aren't for auction. This is just my gift to the people of Safari. So this guy, I've pulled over. I'm chatting away to some people, and then okay, see you guys. I'm out of here. And I'm peeling back onto the course, and this big unit on a GS just comes thundering past, and I latch onto the back, and it's an impressive sight when you see a big fella that can ride properly. And I followed him for, I don't know, quite a while, and very impressive. Made a GS look like a bicycle, but all the right skills. I tracked him down later, I found out who it was, and discovered he is the most beautiful man on Safari. Fabrice Delacour. This is my gift to you, my friend.
Yeah. Thank you, Ellen. I've just discovered the channel. I think it's great. A lot of things to do. And I needed to lose some weight on the bike, so.
Okay, the first place. It's the highly coveted horn of the Rhino. Pre-baked, pre-loved. This was a tough one because it's like, who's worthy of such a thing? Day one, he presented himself early, and I was packing up some camera gear. It was quiet, just outside of Woods Point, and I just heard the roar of another Rhino, like 6 corners back. And I thought, hold on a minute, someone's on the gas here. And this rider comes around the corner on the gas, tipping it in. Not your average Safari rider that I would expect. And
probably the sort of guy that would get blacklisted. But I've checked in with Safari HQ. He got away with it. He's helped people out along the way. But the reason he gets this is because I tracked him down at the dinner, at the lunches, wherever I found him on Safari. He's always referenced my films and had a bit of a laugh about something, one video, whatever. And I guess come out as a fan of Motology films. So I'd like to award the Acro to the most highly composed lunatic on Safari. Rider 101, Mark Patterson. I actually found him today. I rode with him a bit, I followed him, I monitored his overtaking manoeuvres. He checks out. He's a good guy. He is a fan. You win, my friend.
Yeah, thanks very much, everyone. This is the first Safari, and yeah, big fan of this bloke. I've been watching his videos and picking up bits and pieces here and there, and been very helpful. And yeah, I've just had an absolute blast. And thanks everybody, including the crew, for making this such a great event. And it's certainly one I'll remember for the rest of my life. So yeah, thanks very much.
Yeah, good to be back. I really, coming back, I realised how much Safari was a pretty significant part of my life for a few years there, and yeah, I don't own a GS, so I don't think I'll ever be able to afford one. But yeah, we'll see if Riemann invite us back.
Back for 30.